Welcome back to the kickoff. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Today we're talking Mason Mount. The guy is being stalked by a girl known as Devil Baby, who is a model who stalked him and made £50,000 eating Percy pigs naked online. That is one story about Mason Mount. The other story is about him potentially joining Manchester United. Which one should I talk about first? Yeah, the Devil Baby. You guessed it. This is a professional, serious football channel, I'll have you know. So this lovely little lady here who would pose with packets of Percy pigs on an adult site, eating them for her subscribers, apparently had an obsession with Mason Mount. Sloane's relationship with Mount first began at a party at Ben Chilwell's home in November. I'm sure Mason Mount will be very grateful for Ben Chilwell for playing Cupid on this one. The girl's name is actually Ola Sloane, and she appeared at Magistrates Court on Wednesday, and she confessed to stalking Mason Mount and Billy Gilmour. It's any footballer can get it, really. It's not like she's gone for like Erling Haaland, big strapping man scoring all the goals. She's like, look, are you a first teamer? Relegation battle? Don't really mind. Whatever. Come on, come all. Apparently Sloane had resigned from her job at Marks and Spencer's. I like that, resigned, as if she's like the manager of Hull City. When she embarked on a new business adventure, creating a Percy Pig fetish group, and is claimed to have posed naked while holding up packets and sucking on the sweets. The eating requests are great, she said, because I love Percy's, but I don't want to lose my figure either. Apparently Sloane now faces jail after the court heard how she changed her phone number 21 times. What is wrong with her? The fact that poor Mason Mount had to block this woman 21 times, and she just kept changing her number, changing her number, changing her number. Apparently Ola, Devil Baby as she's known online, mate, the club was in her name. God almighty, Mason Mount, I hope your judgment of your next football club is better than your judgment of women. She's a fucking TikToker who chews sweets naked, and you're fucking having a relationship with her. Come on, pal. I mean, I get, like, you know, looks and that, but come on. Chewing sweets. That's her job. He had a 6-month relationship with her and he kicked that to the curb. Wow. In one message, Sloane told Mount, I can morph at any time, so let me apologise and set things right. Morph. You know the last time I heard about morphing? It was the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, where regular people morphed into superheroes. So I don't know what she's morphing into. I think he was hoping she would morph right out the fucking door by the sounds of it. Another message showed an Apple account buying a new number for $12.99 with the words, I'm not buying food anymore, so I can get more numbers. I will be faster than you. She's Mbappe on speed. In a statement, Mount said he'd been concerned that Sloane was going to turn up at Chelsea's training ground and worried she had an obsession or fixation with him and he didn't know what she was capable of. Absolutely. This is the type of woman who will show up at your gaff with a shotgun. He began asking her to stop messaging before blocking the number and then received messages from new numbers each time and would block those numbers also. Chilwell described Sloane's behaviour. I just love the whole Chelsea squad are in on this. The ordeal left him terrified, while Gilmour said the messages he received included one where Sloane allegedly falsely claimed she was pregnant. I know a lot of YouTubers. You'd be surprised at how this sort of shit happens to men like that. Men with money, this is far too common. But men aren't allowed to complain and take this seriously because there's a huge double standard. If this was flipped and this was Serena Williams or whatever and it was a male stalker, the whole world would be fucking caring. No one gives a shit. Gilmour had said the bombardment continued after he joined Brighton from Chelsea in September. I like the idea that she was supposed to be deterred. Well, he's at a new club now. I mean, it's only fair, right? I did say it was Chelsea only. Can she not understand? I've been transferred. I've not been able to sleep and have to take sleeping pills. This is fucking madness. It's had a negative effect on my performance in the pitch.
You've got to fucking die to get 3 points!
Because Billy Gilmour didn't have his best game against Newcastle, and now we know why. Being in a new town, I don't really have friends or family. It's really upsetting. No one needs to know about that. Brighton's very friendly. Sloane also is on TikTok and she promotes her Cash App. They've just got no shame, have they? Let this be a lesson to you, lads. Just because she looks like that does not mean she ain't fucking crazy. Vet them. Look for the red flags. I'll give you an example. If you ask what she does for a living and she says, I eat sweets for men online naked, that's a red flag. Shocking stuff, really. Maybe these are just my high standards, but probably just move on. And the starting point for one offence crosses the custody threshold, and this was targeting 3 different people, apparently. So she's admitted it, so we'll see what happens. So, yeah, there's a lot of going on in Mason Mount's life. He has actually just made his preference clear, apparently, that he would like to join Manchester United should he leave Chelsea. The Blues are demanding 70 million for the 24-year-old who has 1 year left on his deal. I mean, that's fucking wishful thinking, isn't it? Especially when things have gone the way they have in the last year. I personally really rate Mason Mount. I think he's a very good footballer, and I think with the right coach, regular football, I think he'd be top draw. He proved that in the Champions League final. He was the most important player for Chelsea when they won the title against Man City. So he can do it on the biggest stage of them all. And he was averaging, 10 goals, 10 assists type season before last season went tits up. And who didn't have a bad season for Chelsea? I think this would be a solid signing for Man United. And when you look at Casemiro, who's in his 30s, having a player like Mason Mount, who's full of energy in the prime of his career, he would complement Casemiro really well, in my opinion. And then Bruno Fernandes ahead of that. That would be an amazing combination. So Arsenal and Liverpool are also said to be interested, but it seems like his preference is Manchester United. Man United would be willing to offer 55 million, which is obviously about 15 million short of the 70 Chelsea want. Given that there's only a year left on the deal, Chelsea aren't in a great position here, and for Manchester United, 55 is a lot. However, you're getting a player with so many years left. I think that's an overall good deal for everyone involved, if Chelsea don't want to keep him for the long term. That said, with Pochettino coming in, I would have thought Mason Mount, with the energy he has, how productive and creative he is, and the fact that he can do both jobs in going forward and backwards, I would have thought he would have been exactly the kind of player Pochettino would want to keep a team built around. We'll watch this space. I'll let you know what we hear, and I'll be doing more of these transfer updates on the kickoff. We'll also be live this Sunday for Chelsea versus Newcastle. Me and Josh will be covering that one, Josh being our Chelsea fan. I'm really looking forward to that. So don't forget, like the video, subscribe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.